Hello, Planet Watchers. Welcome to Libra with Mary Jane and me. Hi, Mary Jane.
Hello, everyone. Good to see you, hear you again. I hope you're hearing us.
You're in Greece. What part of
I am in Greece on the island of Chios,
Kiev?
which is one of the northernmost islands in the Dodecanese, that is to say, along the Turkish coast.
Mhm.
Very oriental flavor here. It's a beautiful island, absolutely delightful. We're having a really good
Oh, that is wonderful.
time.
Yes, you look sunned and relaxed
Excellent,
and
excellent.
and you're freshly feted as well. You just had a birthday.
I just did a Virgo birthday in Greece. I mean, there's nothing better. I might try to just do this every year. I think it would be great fun.
That sounds lovely.
Really, really. It's just been super, super
Yeah.
nice change of pace, totally. Greece is wonderful because I'm living in Central Europe, of course, and Greece is not far away, but
No.
it's totally a total change of pace. It's like getting clear to the Orient, clear to the Middle East. It's just totally different, and it feels so good.
Oh, that is fabulous,
Yeah,
fabulous. Oh my. So we've got Libra on our heels.
we do indeed, coming up fast now, and it's going to be, well, it's going to be an on again, off again month, I've got to say, but there are some very good things to work on, and that's what we're going to put the accent on today.
Wonderful.
First of all, last month we already talked about the wonderful alignment of the heavy planets, the slow planets. They're still are in a really delightful kite formation. That
Nice.
is to say, getting ready to fly. They're getting ready to feed each other very good energy. And the gods want things to go well for us at this time, but it's rather up to us to use this energy. So
Yeah.
what's going on, and what is still going on, is this wonderful. Uh, First of all, I think the accent is going to be on, again, still on very exciting things going on in robotics, in exoskeletal medicine. We're going to be able to work with robotics to get people moving again, get new mobility for handicapped, paralyzed, genetic problem, people with genetic problems in mobility. This is a wonderful time that's just going to turn on for us. And this work, it keeps going on. It will be in excellent position for months to come. And so we're going to see some major breakthroughs through with the help at the end of through the end of September and mid-October. We're going to get a big hand up from Mercury, of all people, this little guy who's running around real close to us, but he's in a wonderful position with this kite formation to get things published, to get the news out there, to get a lot of medical journals are going to be printing up these new discoveries and helping just in general research, and especially written research, getting the information out there and getting it to other places besides these very specialized research units. So we're going to see a general, I want to say, normalcy involved in getting these new developments, this new research out there to people and to be used. Okay.
So a lot of developments in medicine and communicating about medicine and the developments.
Exactly, exactly. And I'm especially looking toward modern medicine, that is to say, nuclear medicine, uh, the work in exoskeletal research, that is to say, helping people with limited mobility to get up and walk. You know, it's Lazarus returned. And I think this is extremely exciting for all of us.
Yeah, that is very exciting. Interesting about Mercury, well, just today, we're recording on September 15 and
Right.
coming off of retrograde today.
Yes, exactly.
Not
Exactly. which is the good news worldwide.
It is good news worldwide. Yeah, and it's also a new moon today. So I think that's pretty cool. We're recording. Yeah.
Precisely, which is maybe why things got wrong the other day. We tried this out a couple of days ago, didn't we? And it wasn't working. But because we were waiting around for this new moon. So here we go.
Perfect. I love that. I'll take it.
Let's take it. I agree. Anytime it happens. Now, the other part about this, I said this wonderful kite formation, is that it's not only useful for medicine, but it's useful for all kinds of constructive and artistic ventures. That is to say, there's a lot involved in inspiration. There's a lot involved in getting projects off the ground of all types, actually,
Yeah.
with the help of Mercury that's opposite to Neptune right now until the end of the month. Why ideas are abounding, and we can use these to pay attention to your dreams, because there's a lot of information in these dreams right now. It's going to be very exciting. So this is excellent for artists as well. People who are, the moon is going to be shining down on some very special dates for theater, shows, exhibitions, new work propositions, construction propositions, business propositions of all type, actually. I'm looking at the 27th and the 28th of September. I'm looking at the 1st, also the 5th and 6th of October. I'm looking at the 10th and the 11th of October, the 15th and the 16th, the 20th and the 21st, where the moon is going to be particularly helpful. And we can pay attention to people who are giving us good ideas, people who are proposing projects for us, or making orders for work that they want done from us. So that's always useful for all types of constructive adventures, for
Yeah.
all of us.
Oh, no, that's very helpful. Good to know.
Yep. I think so. So look around for new clients, look around for new people coming in with new ideas, and also help from coming in from the outside. You know, we're going to be picking up on propositions coming from the outside, and that's always useful too. Other people's ideas, as well as the far-flung order coming in from a person who wants a particular portrait painted, or some kind of special bathroom built, or things like this that we just weren't looking for, but that should be pouring in actually from now until the end of the month in any case, and give us a lot of good projects for the fall. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Now, there is a little, well, I wanted to say slow down. Saturn gets involved in here. Also, right now, from the 23rd to the 30th of September, Saturn and the moon, I must say, they're sort of putting the brakes on. We are not totally free in and of ourselves to act the way they think that we think we should be acting. We can't get everything done when Saturn's saying, no, 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 it's just not your turn. It's just not in the works. Rethink, give it a wait. Things will be better a little farther on, which is why I kind of am talking about other people's ideas too. We're going to get a lot of help coming from the outside, and that's going to be probably more useful than our own very personal projects that we think we want to get done right now. That's just not happening until next month. Then we'll talk about it. So Saturn's being kind of a drag. He can take us off into misdirected notions of things that we want to do. There's a lot of personal frustration. But hey, I think it's time to lay back and listen to some other energies, pull in some energies from the outside that are going to be more useful. It's a bit difficult as far as taking orders, giving orders as well. It's a time when personal pride kind of gets in the way, both in giving and taking orders. And so it's difficult to connect with the different hierarchies, with different authorities. Could get us in trouble, well, I don't know, in a lot of different directions, up to and including paying parking tickets. This is a time when you want to be real careful about the speed zones and parking zones and so on and so forth, and just keep out of trouble with the law, basically. That's kind of what's going on here, because you're not going to win. Nothing good is happening this month as far as giving or taking orders. That's the way that goes.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, what else do we look forward to?
Yeah. Sorry?
What else do we have to look forward to?
Well, now the other big theme that I wanted to point out was the square that's still going on between Jupiter and Hygiea, the little asteroid that seems to be, well, not so little. She's the 5th largest asteroid in the Kuiper belt, so she's got things to say. Anyway, she seems to talk to us about taking care of ourselves, paying attention to questions of hygiene and health in general. Now, the square to Jupiter that's still going on seems to involve a viral mutation that is remaining unchecked.
Oh my.
And we're going to have a little trouble putting a name on, is it still COVID? Is it something else? It's a new kind of mutation that we're going to have a look at this winter in any case. And it seems to be giving us trouble. Well, we've already seen some cases that no one seems to be able to explain here in Europe.
In the States as well.
In the States as well. So, and while they don't seem terribly important, they're kind of causing everyone to, sort of scratch their heads and say, well, where is this coming from? And that's probably about the best we can do for a little while now. So just stay healthy. What I want to tell people is just to be really careful about, again, hygiene, probably distancing. We may get back to wearing masks this winter, who knows? Anyway, it's time to just pay attention to the scheme of things, see what's going on as far as numbers, as far as people out sick, what's going on. Pay attention.
There's a number of people here in Kansas City I see wearing masks around town.
Still, yeah. Here in Europe, they never, in Greece in any case, they never got out of the habit. Still, you still see a lot of people with masks in the villages in any case.
Not a bad idea.
Well, it really isn't. It really isn't. We'll just have to see kind of where these things are going. Now, those are the major themes I wanted to talk about, but we can get down and personal a little bit, talking about some closer planets. Venus and Mars, for instance, one of my favorite couples. They're hanging out together in a nice sextile, a nice 60-degree angle all month. They're in great shape. Very romantic. There's a lot of flirting going on. There's a lot of, oh, isn't he cute, and things are sort of looking possible, especially on a romantic level. On the monetary level as well, and we're going to talk about monetary dealings, money management in a minute. So not only the romantic relations, but also money management. Both directions seem a bit marginalized. They're both square. Venus for a long time, till to the 30th of September. Mars will be square to Jupiter till the 30th, and square to Uranus, even more important, clear up until the 10th of October. So these movements are going to create a lot of marginalization. That is to say, there are risks being taken. There's an idea of certain illicit movements or money management that hasn't been properly trained yet, hasn't been properly legalized or homogenized, justified yet. And we can all get involved in some very dicey kind of money management deals. We must be very careful, especially on the stock exchange, especially on the the Bitcoin and the crypto money exchanges, because the risks, I think, are considerable out there in this coming month. Certainly, there are some important dates, both romantically and monetarily. I would say on the 18th and the 25th of September, the 1st, the 8th, the 15, 16, and the 23rd of October. Look, for reasons of the moon's movements, these dates look particularly difficult, let's say, risky, as far as making any romantic promises, certainly, getting involved over one's head, perhaps, or without proper backup. Do we know enough about what's going on with this person, with this money market, to make logical choices? The heart seems to be running way ahead of the head in this particular time frame, and so we have to be careful about where we're putting our feet, basically, and our ideas, and our money, and our hearts. Enough said.
Yeah.
A word to the wise.
Never a bad idea.
Never a bad idea. Now, this gets a little bit more complicated because the sun is in a really not such a strong place in Libra in consideration of the other planets, I'm saying. The sun in Libra is, in any case, having to learn social practices, having to deal with relationships, having to deal with learning not to be alone and not to be solitary and not to be totally headstrong and independent. Libra is all about relationships, finding equilibrium, finding balance. And the sun here has a kind of a tough time. And this particular month, I think it's maybe a good idea to be very careful what you're wishing for. The sun is in a position where it's pulling hard, tugging, and out looking around these fixed planets that are not allowing our personal ego energy to make any sense of this of these patterns that exist outside ourselves. So what's happening is that we're finding major challenges, basically. There's not only the yod going on, but also a square to Pluto that is saying there are going to be major challenges to some of our relationships, a heavy stress on the heart, the moral heart as well as the physical heart. It's not a particularly healthy time for cardiac patients, basically. And with that, remaining on the physical level, Libra is also in charge of kidney function. And so people who have kidney problems, who are on dialysis, who have especially more severe problems with kidneys are going to have a difficult month. I'll say that. And we must be very careful with any signs coming up, also cystitis and other renal-related problems. Now, we're going to see too, with the question of Venus down here in a sort of dicey relationship with Pluto, there's problems for people with arthritis. We're going to see arthritic flare-ups coming mostly from perhaps poor diet. It's very an important time, and Libra is always an excellent time to be cleaning out the kidneys, cleaning out the liver as well. Do the cures, do whatever you need to do to avoid problems with arthritis and renal problems.
Okay, good to know.
This looks especially important especially for kidney problems from the 1st to the 10th of October. Sorry, I'm having trouble holding on to my thing here. From the 1st to the 10th of October. And then, well, Venus is moving out of this nasty nasty aspect to Pluto and should get better. But yeah, it looks important on the health, on all sorts of health bases, to be taking good care of yourself. As I say, rely on other people to help you. Ask proper questions. Pay attention to your boss, even if you don't want to. and just to basically try to keep your relationships on an even keel where and when possible. And that's really about all we can do this month. So I'm thinking it's better for business than for pleasure, and excellent for artists and other performers. So that much is good, and some very good business things to do as well, especially now that Mercury has come direct.
Yes, not a moment too soon.
Really not.
I didn't have a particularly bad time during this Mercury retrograde, but I know a lot of people who did.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know. It's been hard for a lot of people. It's very strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very strange.
Well, we're learning every time it comes around. We learn something new about how to handle it. So that should help.
You would think that we'd have this figured out by now, but not necessarily.
Yeah, well, not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Yeah. So thank you so much for breaking it down for us for Libra, Mary Jane. Some good things to watch out for. Some good things.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And yeah, all you artists and performers out there, listen, have a wonderful time. Hope things go really well for you.
And all you kidney and heart patients, take care.
Yes, take care of yourselves.
Fabulous. Thank you so much.
You're very, very welcome. Hope to see you soon.
You in Scorpio.
Yep, we'll be back.